Hello friends and divine beings, my name is Bobby and this is Cosmic Coaching. Here we hang out and talk about positive mindset, manifestation, chakras, tarot, and so much more. I am so glad to be back, you guys. I have been sick with COVID and today I'm starting to feel like a normal human again, but it was really a toughie. I was really sick for quite some time, so today's actually the first day in probably over a week that I've put makeup on and that I feel like a human. So I'm so glad to be back with you guys. And I have a really interesting topic that I want to share with you. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. So today I want to talk to you about monetary energetic set points. So what are monetary energetic set points? Well, these are set points that we have in our lives that keep us kind of where we are. So what do I mean? What does this look like? Everybody is going to have their set points in their lives when it comes to finances that they are essentially comfortable with. Now, it might not be, when I say comfortable, I don't mean it's like a good place to be. I just mean it's a place where we can cope with this. So, for example, there are some people who will never let their bank account drop below a certain amount of money. So for someone, it could be $1,000. They are never going to let their bank account drop below $1,000. For someone else, it could be $100. They know that they're always going to keep a $100 buffer in their account. It could also be, energetic set points can also be negative amounts. So people could say like, okay, well, I know that I have overdraft protection up to like $500. So I'm okay overdrawing my account up to $500. So everybody has their bottom, where the lowest they're kind of willing to go energetically. Energetic set points also work the other way. So we have like our energetic set point maximums, right? So that could look like always having, like I know that I can make $5,000 a month. That's my energetic set point. That's not my energetic set point, but you know what I mean? Like someone's could be like, my cap is $5,000 a month. Your cap could be 3,000, 10,000, whatever. So we have this range, and what we find a lot in life is that we stay within these ranges. And really give this some thought and think about it. Think about how low you're willing to let your accounts go and how high your account just goes on average. And I think that you'll find that there's a pattern. You're gonna have, you might have a little bit of like a fluctuation. Maybe you got unexpected money, income tax return, but you'll find that pretty quickly it's gonna hit that max and stay between the max and the minimum. And that's where most of us exist. And I'm here to tell you, you can change your energetic set point and completely change your relationship with money. Energetic set points can also change over time. So you could find that what your energetic set point was 10 years ago is not what your energetic set point is today, or what your energetic set point is going to be 5 years from now. What does this information mean, and how do you use this for your benefit when it comes to money? The first thing that I would encourage you to do is look at what your own monetary set points are, your monetary energetic set points. What are they? Where are they? Find them, okay? And then the next step is I want you to look at what are you okay with and what do you want to change this to. So you can look at, okay, I make, let's say I make $5,000 a month, okay? So I bring in $5,000 a month and I just like think that that's fine and that's where I'm at. Well, what happens if you decide, you know what? I want to shift my monetary energetic set point and I want to be available for $6,000 a month. You can make those determinations in your mind and then do the work to believe it, and you will see your energetic set points shift. It kind of goes along the lines of when we look at, let's take millionaires, for example, right? Okay, let's look at millionaires. How many times have you heard stories of millionaires who they make a lot of money and then they maybe get involved in like a bad business deal or something happens and they lose their fortune? How many times do we hear stories of those millionaires bouncing back and making the money all over again? We hear that's a common narrative that we hear, where we have millionaires that will take these big risks because they know they have that monetary energetic set point that says, I'm a millionaire. So, okay, I may have done something where I've lost my fortune, but I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to become a millionaire again. It's all in what we believe. Millionaires just believe they're millionaires. They know it to be true. And so the universe says, okay, well, if you know this to be true, then it must be true. And so the universe conspires to make that true. This also is applicable to generational wealth. So if you look at families where they've had, a lot of wealth for years. So let's look at like the Getty family. If you're not familiar with the Getty family, they were a family that started off in oil, and that's where the family made the bulk of their money initially. Well, what has happened is that family is still just amazingly wealthy, and it goes down generations. And so what has happened is it's not like the initial money that they made just stuck around. What happens in those situations, especially with generational wealth, is people will hear, the story they hear with money is that money comes easily, we have money. Like, it's just understood that money, a large amount of money, is just part of their existence. And so because they believe that, that's what they have. And so then you'll see other people in the family, they continue to make tons and tons of money, and it's no longer in oil. So if you've seen Getty Images, one of the family members has a huge library of images that people will purchase, news outlets, and different things. People will purchase images from Getty Images. And so that person in the family made a ton of money. There has also been family members, I think two that I can think of right off the top of my head, that are fashion designers that made their fortunes in fashion. But the reason that they were able to make those fortunes on their own isn't because they were given a handout. I mean, sure, they probably were, and it probably really helped, but they would have been successful whether they had that money or like if they got a handout. I don't know if they did or if they didn't, but they would be just as successful with or without that startup funds as they are now, because they, in their life, in their reality, they believe that they have money. And so because they believe it, they take inspired action to call that money into them. And so they have that money. There is no difference between the Gettys of the world and each and every one of us. The only difference is our mindset. So what is your mindset? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can have exponential wealth? Or are you telling yourself that, you know what, I'm only, it doesn't matter how much money I make, I'm always struggling, I'm always, I never end up with more than this, I always end up, with my account going down to this number. You can change that just by changing your beliefs and your thoughts. And it can feel very silly at first when we start to do these exercises and do these different things to try to call this money in. But I'm telling you, it works, and you can fake it till you make it. I mean, so for me, I give myself positive affirmations and tell myself all the time that money flows to me easily. I can manifest money anytime I want to. Money is here to support me. I can do all things I want to do because money flows to me abundantly and supports my wants and my needs and my desires. And when I first started saying those things, I felt like a fraud. It felt like, oh my gosh, Bobby, seriously? Like, this isn't going to work. But guess what? It does work. It does work. For me, where I really saw this and really started to believe it is my monetary energetic set points when it comes to vehicles. So I love cars. I just love cars. I think that cars are fun and they're pretty, and yes, they're horribly depreciating assets, but that's okay because I love a nice car, a luxury car. It's what I like. Okay, so I knew I was going to have a nice car. I just knew that I would. And so in high school, I got a job and I worked really, really hard, and I bought my sister's car. Now, my sister's car wasn't like a super nice car, but it was nicer than anyone that I knew. It was a nicer car than anyone that I knew that they like drove, right? So I loved that car. I took care of that car. And because I worked so hard and I took care of that car, I had equity in that car. So when I was ready to get rid of that car and get a new car, I was able to buy a brand new car. Now, the brand new car I bought at the time, it was like a Hyundai. It wasn't anything like, it wasn't a Tesla or anything like that, but it was a brand new car. And I was only 19 years old, I think, when I bought it. From there, I've just been able to like keep those cars, maintain them, and then trade up. So I went from my little Hyundai. The very next car I had was a Dodge. It was like a sports car. It was one of like a Dodge Avenger. Like when they came out and they were like really nice and they were like fast and fancy. Now they're like old cars, but at the time that I was able to step up to that. And then as I've talked about in other videos, I won a brand new Toyota Scion. So then I had that. Well, then I ended up getting into an accident, right? Horrible accident, totaled the car. But the car, when I had looked at trading it in to getting an SUV, but they told me, oh, we're only going to give you like $10,000 for your car. Well, I knew my car was worth more than that. So I'm like, no, I'm just going to wait. Well, then I ended up getting into this car accident and my car was totaled. And the insurance company said, here's $14,000. So I had $14,000 cash, right? Because that car I didn't have to pay for because I won that car. So now I've got $14,000 in cash to put down on my next car, my SUV. I was already ahead of the game. And then after that, my very next car is my beautiful Cadillac CTS. So the thing is like I've always believed that I am worthy of having a nice car. It's something I know, I believe, I know it's true. So the universe always provides me with a beautiful car. So what I've learned to do is to take that same theory, that same understanding of I am worthy of a nice car and transition that now, I am worthy of more money. I am worthy of having a higher monetary energetic set point. So that's kind of the idea of monetary energetic set points and how they work. So hopefully this video helped you understand a little bit more about monetary energetic set points and how you can use that to change your financial situation and change your relationship with money. If you would like to learn more, I am super excited. I am going to be doing a live workshop on September 10th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be 12 to 4 Mountain Time. The workshop that I'm offering is called Money Mindset Reset. And you can access that course. It's going to be on my website. You can purchase it there. My website is www.cosmiccoaching.net. Go there, sign up. There are only 20 spots that were available, and I have sold quite a few of those spaces. So there's probably not very many spaces yet. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity to take this workshop. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to go over limiting beliefs and how to change those, how to set realistic goals and goals that are achievable. And then we're going to talk about monetary energetic set points, and it's going to be fantastic. So I would love to have you guys join me for that. So go check that out. I also have a course, 21 days of affirmations and meditations, also on my website. So if you're looking for just a reset of your mindset, then definitely go check that out. Also, you might just want to go check out my website. I've got a lot of really great resources. I've got some really great articles there. I list a bunch of books that I love that I would highly recommend if you are interested in learning more about money and how to grow your wealth. And I will also link all of my social media down below in case you want to follow me. Thank you so much for joining me and spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.